There we go. Hello everyone and welcome to the live stream and or video on demand, depending on whether you're or when you're watching this, for Alan Wake 2. Thank you also to Epic Games for getting us an early code, because I have been able to play the game a little bit. Not as much as I'd liked, which is a good sign. But yeah, we're gonna do things a little bit differently today. As you can see, we already have the game up and running, because while the intro is very good, it is not necessarily the most interesting thing to look at from a gameplay perspective. So I thought to show you the game a little bit better, I have two saves prepared, very early saves, with both characters, because there are of course two playable characters, and I'll show you a little bit of both. So to introduce you, we are currently playing as Saga Anderson, an FBI agent who is looking into some mysterious murders. And one of the things we have encountered during that investigation is that there are script pages from a story that apparently are about us and the town we are currently in, and also seem to be coming true. So we have one of these pages lying here. Let's see what it says.
The image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign.
I see more people showing up in chat. Hello everyone, good that you're watching, of course, happy to have you. So we just picked up a manuscript page, and now to immediately check out more about that, I'm gonna show you one of the unique gameplay features for this game, which is the mind place. So at the click of a single button, we can go to Saga's mind place. Now there are a couple of things you can do there. As you can see, there are weapon upgrades, but we don't have enough resources for those yet. But the two main things you'll be doing here are profiling people and listening to media you've collected, and ordering investigation evidence on your caseboard. So we just received some new hints as to what's going on. So we are going to start that investigation.
The page from the witch's hut seems to be describing some kind of ritual.
So as you see, we now have a new line of investigation, and some of the things we heard and or read in that manuscript page are relevant. So we're going to link those to that plot point.
Nightingale's heart disappeared from the morgue.
And as you see, the investigation will continue from there.
To get into the overlap, I need to find Nightingale's heart. Read the line imprinted on it, plus the line on the page to the witch's ladle sign. Then push the heart through the hole in the sign.
We are not live on Twitch for this stream, Ben, but we know that's possible again, so you can expect more Twitch streams in the future. But for this one, it's still YouTube only. So, what we just did is we gathered some more information. Now we know what we need to do, sort of. We need to find a heart, which is, of course, very fun. But you also saw another pop-up because Saga can profile people. She is a very smart person, which means that even though she cannot talk to that person, based on her knowledge of that person, she can assume sort of knowledge about them. So this is the man we are currently investigating. This guy is dead, and then his corpse disappeared from the morgue. So that's always a very good sign, especially in horror story. And we need to find his heart in order to bring it back. I know it sounds really weird and nonsensical at the time, but if you look at like the caseboard, this is all the evidence you've already collected up to this point. So apologies on my end for not explaining the entire board to you. As you can see, there is a lot. And one of the fun things about the plot board is because you are organizing all of that knowledge, you're kind of making sense of it at the same pace as Saga is, and you also always have an overview available. But let's ask Nightingale where his heart is.
I need Nightingale's heart to get to the overlap. Where is it?
The cultist leaned close. He was there, but he was risen. Nightingale was there. The opposite of sunspots. Who said that?
That's not it. I don't have what I need to find Nightingale's heart. There must be more.
But lucky for us, we can push deeper.
Nightingale's heart. Where is it?
While they played cards in the general store,
Nightingale's heart is at the general store, in a fridge.
And that gives us the last piece of evidence we need to answer the question, where is the heart? So obviously, now we're gonna go looking for it. I'm sorry for ignoring chat for a bit, just wanted to showcase that system. I'll get back to it now. I bought this game, but I'm not going to play until I play the first one. Should I play the first one to understand this one? I think it will definitely help. And if you want to make it really difficult for yourself, control is also relevant. So you might also want to look into that, which is a brilliant game, by the way. So I definitely recommend doing that.
Did you get lost?
I've only been lost once in my life, Anderson. The years I spent with my ex-wife. I'll find my way back, don't you worry about it.
This is our partner, by the way, Alex Casey. If that name rings familiar to you, yes, you should be concerned. I am too. So yeah, I also answered Batbass's question. Yes, I did like Control. And I also agree with Captain Spaulding. It is preferable to play the first game, but I don't think it's necessary. They do reiterate the events of the first game quite a bit. So you're not entirely in the dark, but it is quite a complicated story. So I think to enjoy it to its fullest, you will definitely want to. That's not what I want to do. Do that too. So now we know where we need to go, which is the general store. Because the game is sort of, it's semi-open world. Like, don't expect God of War territory. But, like, this is a separate area where we get to explore, and sometimes things will change as well. Like, this area is, for instance, flooded now, but it could dry up in the future. So then we can actually go there. But yeah, you have opportunities to, like, go back to areas you visited earlier and collect new things. Let's see, Fakir, is the evidence stuff hardcore or easy? I think it's relatively easy. Like, the only thing the game really asks you to do is categorize which clues belong to, like, which investigation point. So, if someone says something about the location of an object, you're obviously not going to file that under a murder suspect or something like that. But it's not much more than just organizing what goes where from what I've played so far. Again, it does really help to keep the cases sort of you don't get overwhelmed with information, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, FYI for those people who need trigger warning incoming. Because now we actually get into combat. So, for those of you who remember the first Alan Wake, your flashlight is still very important, but the feel of combat is much more enjoyable, I'd say. So the flashlight we use to burn this sort of dark energy swirling around the enemy we're currently seeing, because when they have that, we can't do damage. When we burn it, however, we can even hit their weak points, but they still take quite a lot of hits, as you can see. I kind of want to get out. I don't like being trapped with this guy inside. You also have a torch, which you will need. Okay, we dealt with him. Now we can go in here to retrieve the item, which is also being guarded by some dark energy. So again, we'll use the flashlight to burn that away. And there is the wonderful thing we were looking for. There is also text on it, by the way. Which gives us another clue, so we're going to add that to our caseboard. So now you kind of see, we have this one, this clue. Words on the heart are legible now. Obviously, we don't need to answer the question, where is the heart anymore? So we'll file it under words on the heart, and that will trigger the next step of the investigation. But that is about... Like, sometimes there are more points on the board, and it can be tricky to figure it out, but generally speaking, I'd say it doesn't get much more complicated than, okay, which piece of the puzzle falls under which sub-puzzle, so to speak. So we have the heart now. Yeah, it looks amazing, and it also plays really well on PS5.
I recognize this. The fridge. The heart. I knew it would be here. Like I saw it in a dream.
Yeah, I personally recommend, I see a lot of people talking about the first game. I tried the remastered and I couldn't get into the gameplay. So if you feel the same way, there are some very good like recaps up on YouTube. And again, the game sort of recaps the event as well. Oh, this is gonna be fun. There's a shotgun in there and I want it. Check with Lady Fortuna at the counter. Okay, so this is actually quite a clever puzzle. I already did it in my playthrough, so I know how it works. But I'll show you, because the puzzles in this game are like, they're brain teasers. They're good. So you see a list of numbers here: 705, 713, 717, and 723. And then when we go over here, you see that it always starts with a 7, and then you add the codes from the lotto ticket. So we already had up to 23, which means that the next code up, because it says don't forget to update the code, would be 705 we already had, 13 we already had, 17 we already had, 23, so 739. Again, took me quite a while to figure that out on the first try, but I want the shotgun, so I'm showing you guys how to get it. So the 7's already good. 3, 9, and there we go. Dennis with a shotgun, what could go wrong? You guys should be so glad that this is video games. In real life, I would be a danger to everyone, but mostly myself. We also need to quick slot this as well, so we have easy access to it. And we're okay on health. I thought we needed to heal. We're okay on health. Oh, we have more investigation to do. Sorry. Oh no, the lunchbox I don't particularly care about.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up. I'm still finding my way back.
Okay, we have everything we need to complete the ritual now.
I can get through drunk and blindfolded. It's these damn trees.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm en route to Witch's Ladle. I need to perform a ritual to open the overlap. This case just keeps getting weirder. But it is exciting.
Yeah, so the overlap is where the spooky stuff starts. I don't know exactly at which point the jump scare start happening. You see, I'm already losing my cool because I know they can happen. But it won't be much more than just flashing images. Did I loot this already? Because that could... No. Looky look, a med kit. Very, very useful. I like that. And then we need to go... I keep entering the room while I want to enter the map. This game or Resident Evil Village. I like the... Oh dear. Oh, by the way, in the light they cannot see you. So this is a safe spot until you start firing, because that will disable the lamp. But we have friends. Let's see how the shotgun works, shall we? So let's burn away the shield again. This guy has a burning hole in his heart, and we're gonna make it even bigger. Shotgun, very powerful. Can confirm. Yeah, we want to dodge that guy. Burn away shield again. Try and hit the weak point as well. This is going great. Is the nudity sensor on? Is there a nudity sensor, and should I turn that on? I'm going to check real quick, because that would be important. I don't think there is. You scared me there, buddy. I can't see it. I think we're fine. But yeah, this game of Resident Evil Village, I did not enjoy Village. Well, okay, I have to be honest. I did not enjoy Village that much because I played it right after 4, and 4 is phenomenal, and Village doesn't even come close in my opinion. When compared to this, I enjoy this more, but it's a very different style of storytelling. As you will see with what we are going to do now, it's much more a mysterious vibe and less just outright trying to scare you with monsters. So we learned from the ritual that we need to put the heart through the hole in the witch to open an overlap, which should lead us into some sort of nightmare dimension. Of course, at this point we are still very skeptical. Now, bullets are certainly not unlimited. In fact, of course, because it is a survival horror game, bullet scarcity is a problem. So you want to manage your ammo quite well. You don't face that many enemies, but the enemies you do face can take quite a lot of hits. I'm gonna shut up so you guys can watch this cutscene, by the way.
I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror.
Because it's about to get fun. No, I know. The enemies can take quite a lot of hits, although you have ways to like increase your damage as well. And the crossbow is pretty powerful. There's a crossbow you can get later in the game. But the one thing I will say is, like Resident Evil, you feel like you always have just enough ammo. I never feel like the game was plain unfair and I didn't have enough. I'm gonna get scared, by the way, even though I already played this. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna scare myself. I don't like it when the game does this.
Casey, I think I'm in the overlap. Are you still on your way? Casey! Casey, do you read me?
But yeah, the fact that enemies take so many hits is offset by the fact that you usually don't face that many of them, and there are also like more agile type of enemies that take less hits too.
Logan? Logan! Where are you?
I'm just waiting for the jump scare, man. I know it's coming. I don't like it.
Logan's back in Virginia.
It doesn't do that often, by the way. Only in these specific areas, which you don't visit that often. They are really cool, though. They're really good at setting the vibe. And now it becomes interesting.
What was that?
The game over screen is scary. You are right. The game over screen is terrifying.
No, this is right. This place is looping. Like a nightmare.
Definitely nothing wrong here. Like the lighting and the atmosphere in these parts specifically is so well done. Hello. Oh, and he's gone. Of course he's gone. Of course he disappears when you look right at him. Are you guys having fun yet? I sure am. The worst part is I already played this. I'm still gonna get scared. It doesn't matter. So I can only buy one. Is it this or Spider-Man 2? Ooh, those are very different games. And also I haven't finished this one yet, so I don't feel qualified to answer that question. What I've played, though, I really enjoy. And I'm kind of new to like the survival horror genre. RE4 has won me over big time. So this is how you know there's a boss fight incoming. We also found the badge of the agent. And we also found batteries, which are nice because your flashlight does actually have a charge that you can deplete. But yeah, like Brock is saying, it heavily depends on what kind of games you like. This is very much a slow burn. So if you like more layered and intelligent stories that take some time to set up, then this is for you. If you want like the high spectacle and yeah, like super quick action superhero scenes that Spider-Man offers, then I think if one of those two strikes your fancy more, then I think it's an easy answer. If you like both of them equally, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe the gameplay will win you over or not. Okay, so you are in the difficult spot of liking both of them. Yeah, I can't answer the question because I haven't finished Alan Wake 2 yet. Because the one thing I will say is that what they've been setting up with the story so far is awesome. But if the payoff isn't good, that kind of falls away. So I want to see how it ends before I answer that question. Hello. This is not going to become a problem at all. No, we did not dodge that. Luckily, we can also still dodge while on the ground. That needs to be... Shotgun's probably better for this. Also kind of want to heal. Can we hit him again with the shotgun? There we go with the jump scares. But there is something here and I want it. I need the ammo. And I need to heal. There are so many things we need. Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of healing on the side because we need it. Looks like I'm waiting for a Black Friday sale. I wish you best of luck. Like, they are both really worth getting from what I've played, in my opinion. Oh dear. He's back again. Just when I thought he was out, they pulled him back in. Get the hell out of here, buddy. It definitely isn't for everybody. For sure. Spider-Man has a much broader appeal, I think. But then again, because it isn't for everybody, if you do like these types of games, I am sure you will absolutely love this. Speaking of loving things, not loving this guy coming after. No! Let me get out! Get burnt with the flashlight, idiot. Did we reload the shotgun? We did! That is wonderful news. Okay. Scary man, 3 weapon, shotgun damage. Thank you for summarizing that so succinctly and beautifully. Oh god, he's back again. He's behind me, isn't he? Well, he wasn't behind me. But he is a problem. I don't need to burn away his darkness, fortunately. I really want to get rid of him though. Because we are running out of ammo. Don't like. That is a big hit, buddy. Can you not? So remember what I said about having just enough ammo? That was literally the last bullet. Surely if you're with the FBI, you get here to call backup or move to get to areas, but I don't really get why you would be facing all of this on your own. To be fair, they did call for backup earlier, which of course you didn't get to see. And it's on the way, but things need to happen because people are disappearing from a morgue.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI. I can hear you.
Cauldron Lake.
Yes, I'm at Cauldron Lake. Where are you?
How to escape. In danger. The dark presence.
Danger. Thanks. Got it.
It is very good Iron Bear. I'm really enjoying what I've played so far.
Hey! Are you okay?
No! It's my fault! It got out with my face! Scratch!
Sir, calm down. I'm gonna need you to take a breath.
He's changed the story. The dark presence. We must stop it before...
Easy now. First things first. What's your name?
My name is Alan Wake.
Title droll.
I'm a writer. I've been...
Wake? Where did you come from? You've been missing for 13 years.
13.
Bum, bum, bum. You also get these beautiful musical moments that I am going to skip because I am sure they're copyrighted. In fact, let's actually check audio if there is something like a streamer mode or something. There is not, unfortunate. Is it a long game or a short game? I've played 8.5 hours so far, and I've only completed like 2 cases on Saga, and did a part of Wake Story as well. And I feel like I've only barely scratching the surface. So I feel like it's, for a game of this type, it's pretty lengthy, I think. But that was a lovely introduction because now I'm going to swap over to a different save because, as I said, Alan Wake 2 has 2 playable protagonists, and I wanted to show you some gameplay with Alan as well because it is very different from the gameplay with Saga. Do not mention GTST. Other countries aren't ready to know about it yet. It is semi-open world. There are areas you can return to and sort of freely explore and come back later to find more loot. Again, don't expect anything like God of War Ragnarok or Final Fantasy 16. But there is some freedom in exploration. So, we are now playing as Alan Wake. And Alan is not in what we would call the real world. Instead, Alan is trapped in the dark place, which if you haven't played Alan Wake 1, that won't make a lot of sense. And since there are people here that haven't played it yet and want to play it, I'm going to keep it relatively simple. Basically, the dark place is a sort of mirror dimension of our own universe, where fiction has much more power than it has in reality. Because the whole thing about Alan Wake is that there are, as we saw with Saga, there are pages that are showing up that sort of tell, hey, this is going to happen. But in the dark place, Alan, as a writer, actually has the ability to change certain scenes and like create plots and create stories and influence the reality of the dark place that way. So instead of the what was it called again? The Mind Place, not Mind Palace, Mind Place. We have the Writer's Room as Alan. And one of the things you can do in the Writer's Room is select a specific location and tag plot points to it, which will then change the location and give you different clues on how to proceed. So if I can remember where the hell I'm at actually, I'm gonna see if I can get to the collapsed tunnel, which is definitely not this way. Oh, hello. But yeah, I'm gonna see if we can find the scene and change it up. Also, another cool thing to add, like, to the paranoia is that in the dark place there are shadows, but some of them are not enemies. This guy is. So we want to fight him now. Oh no, he's not. See, he's not real. He can touch me and he can throw me on the ground. He doesn't actually hurt me that much. But this is just to mess with your head. There are sometimes like clusters of these, and then there are 1 or 2 actual enemies in between. And it's the worst. It really messes with your head. Oh, I keep misremembering how to open the map. Oh, we are getting to the collapsed tunnel. Wonderful. Because that's exactly what I wanted to do. Yeah, the concept, like the creativity on display here is insane. There is one level specifically that I want to talk about so bad, but I'm not going to because I don't want to spoil it. But it really, like, I just stared at the screen for like a solid 2 minutes asking myself, how the hell do you come up with something like this? It is that creative. There we go. So this is the collapsed tunnel. This is a scene. And if I remember correctly, we found a new plot point, namely the fact that a murder cult is working in these tunnels. So we are now going to change this tunnel to fit the theme of the murder cult.
The scene here had changed. I could imagine this murder cult performing their macabre acts beyond the collapsed tunnel.
And now there is a new clue for us to collect.
The cultists laid the Casey novel onto the altar with reverence. Their twisted Bible.
See, is there anything else in here that we need to get? No, this is just more to give us more lore and information on what's going on. I think, if I remember correctly, because again, I'm going back to old save, so I don't know if I'm doing everything correctly. I think we need to continue on the way we just were. So I'm gonna go back. But yeah, maybe I can actually also get out of the station, because I want to show you guys the city too, because it's kind of cool. It's just I am absolutely terrible with directions. We're just going in this... The location of a certain area in the dark place makes me excited for the Max Payne remake. Max Payne is like the missing link for me. And I kind of don't want to know about it yet either, because it might turn into something important later. Yeah, okay, I don't trust this guy. And again, it's nothing! He can't even hurt me, he's not real. This is where we came from, right? And then we take the ladder. The lighting in this game is also
forward,
beautiful.
but it was here for a reason. It had a role to play.
And really helps with the atmosphere. And the coolest thing about this area that I just love is the fact that because it is shaped by fiction, all the graffiti is like your paranoid thoughts. So it says, you die here, you die here. Alice, which is Alan's wife. Lost. Cult of the Word, which is who we are currently chasing. Cold Casey, which is a name of a book that Alan
I should look at the
wrote.
blackboard to
Find,
figure out a way forward.
find, because we are looking for something. So this entire place is designed from the ground up to mess with your head as much as possible, and I love it. To answer your question, Tom, yes, this is on a different map. The way it works is, this is actually Alan's memory of what happened before we found him. So at least that's how the game is explaining it. So this is his memory of how he got out. And you can switch between Saga and Alan and play their stories in like any order. Although there is of course overlap, so you kind of want to have them running side by side. By finding specific safe rooms where you can like find a puddle of water and then you can switch between the two. So for instance, I did Saga's next case after this,
I should use the plot,
but I could have started with Alan as well. And you can like pretty much complete the story from Saga's and then pick up Alan or do it differently. Anyway, we have another plot point, so let's see what happens if we place our missing FBI agent here, which says the agent had come looking for the cult here for trouble. Which we do too, so maybe this will help us out. Okay, not much has changed, I think.
Hello?
Never mind.
Anyone there? Dead.
So sometimes these are just for extra world building, or to give you the creeps. But sometimes, I'm assuming this is gonna help me get further now. See, now that door is open. I'm also having much less fun.
The cult poured the gasoline over the train car. An iron cage that would soon become a coffin.
The whispers are also just very helpful. Okay, that guy is real because he can throw dark projectiles at us, and I don't like those. He is really messing with me. But at least now we can hit him. We also really need to heal. No, stop throwing projectiles at me. And he's gone. We need to heal. There we go. Now we're good again. Again, resource management is kind of important here, because you're not going to find too many things of like health packs, batteries, stuff like that. Unless you look around. Then you can also find things like inspiration, because this should activate a new plot point for us. There we go.
This is where the history of the cult gets genuinely disturbing. The cultists tracked down the torchbearers living in the tunnels. They locked the poor folks up in a derailed subway car, doused it in gasoline. Yeah.
Charming.
It turns into a bit of a ghost story after that. They say the dark smoke from the fire still roams the tunnels searching for new victims to devour.
There are no happy endings in this city.
The story thread felt important. I could use it in one of the scenes I found.
See, so now we have a new thing we can add to the plot board because Alan got some inspiration from something he saw here. Is there an option to remove so much flashing from the game? That is a good question. I'll check for you real quick. I would assume that's under graphics then. You can calibrate brightness, but that's about it from the looks of it. So no, I'm afraid that is just part of the game. Thanks for joining, Ben. See you in the next one. And good luck at work. Is Alan weaker with combat and smarter with other fangs compared to the FBI girl? No, their abilities are relatively the same. They do have slightly different weapons. Like, Alan doesn't have a crossbow, but he has a flare gun. Which is, of course, since it creates light, very useful. But that is the biggest difference I found so far. The biggest difference you find in gameplay is actually this. The plot board versus versus Saga's Mind Place. Okay. So now we use the inspiration that we just found to change the scene again, and now we can actually, not saying it's a good idea, but we can move through the train car.
A burnt husk. I could get through it now.
And there's another mechanic that's only in play for Alan, which I think I get to showcase soon.
None of this was real. It was all real.
Which one is it? So yeah, fun times, for sure.
Fuck me.
You could say that again. I want to get out. I don't like this. I'm kidding. I love this. This again is also... These look like your regular signs, right? Until you start reading them. This is about the story that is like currently happening with Saga. Mulligan and Thornton are characters we have met as Saga. And yet still somehow that information is showing up here. I'll be honest, I have completely no clue where the hell the story is going, but I'm super interested. So this is a shortcut to the room we were previously in, if I'm not mistaken. But now this is closed again. However, there is still a ladder that goes down, and down is always the way to go, as everybody knows. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, there's something on the wall. It's just saying we need to go here. Any more info for us, buddy? Not loving the fact that they're whispering your name either. So the signs say go there. So we shall. So that's nothing. But yeah, some of these are real, for sure. I was gonna say, I don't believe all of these are fake. Hello! Please stop harassing me. Ow. I will say I found Alan's combat sections to be more difficult. That's probably because of the fake shadows messing with my head.
You're stuck in a loop.
What do you think of the game's opening segment? I really like it. It definitely sets the tone very well. It also scared the hell out of me. Because I wasn't expecting like the sudden... You've seen it now, but like these sudden flashing images that appear on screen. With like the live action visuals. I really like those, but I wasn't expecting them, so that scared the hell out of me. But I felt like it might not be the best showcase for the game because there's very little gameplay in the opening section, if you know what I mean. I really like slow burns. So I don't mind it at all. By the way, this is another cool thing we found. As Alan, you can find these sort of arrows that only show up if you trigger them with your flashlight. And they lead you to these circles of words, which are words of power, which we can then use to upgrade ourselves. So for instance... we can increase our max health by 15%, which is awesome, so I'm gonna do that right away. USMC, thank you so much for joining. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. And is there more for us to see here, or was it just a word of power? Because I would love to just get out of here. Where are we on the map? Well, we're definitely heading somewhere. Down here, I think. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to show you. So, another thing you can do...
my path was blocked.
As Alan.
I had to find a way through.
Well, I go in here too.
The
I don't need
would
to
help
save.
me.
You have a light switch. It kind of works like the Deluminator from Harry Potter, where you can take away a light source and put it back somewhere else. But again, changing the light also changes the scene. So for instance, if we were to snuff this one out, now we can actually go here. So maybe if we then also snuff this one out. and get the hell out. However, now we're stuck, so we can't go that way. But if we put this light back, now we can. So there are sort of little environmental puzzles with that as well. The ones I've found so far are not super complicated, but it is another cool mechanic that kind of shows you that this place is much more moldable than the real world. Anything that could be, can be. I think this is a place we access from a different area, so I'm just going to leave the light source here for now and see where else we can go. But yeah, in case it doesn't come across, from what I've played so far, I absolutely love this game. I didn't necessarily expect to love it as much as I did, but then again, I'm relatively new to like survival horror. So I'm sorry for underestimating the genre, I guess. It's really, really good. Pretty sure there's another word of power over here. Yeah, on the card over there. We need to, like, catch it from the right angle. Word of gun. Give you 3 guesses as to what that does. 5% chance to not consume ammo when firing a revolver. We will also take that because, again, ammo is precious. Thank you, Lightning Ice Queen. I hope you get to enjoy it too. Oh, God, these guys are back at it again. And they are also personally calling me out. Actually, you can... the shadows, so like if there's a monster inside, it will come for you, but the shadows don't actually aggro if you don't use your flashlight. Which of course introduces you to a whole new world of problems, because you kind of want to use a flashlight. And they only get mad at you if you like move suddenly. That was it, that was why the first guy called me, because I was sprinting. So if you walk past them and don't train your flashlight on them for too long, you're fine.
The echoing hall had a story to tell.
So here we find another scene that is important for the plot. So let's try applying our different plot elements to it to see how it changes. I think, yeah, now we are able to go inside this spot. It's more curse words than I'm allowed to say on stream. So that is a record. I'm not gonna tell who that is. That actually makes sense when you get here at this point in the story. But that is another kind of cool clue. They also raided like this place from another gang.
The plot changed the details of the world.
And again, the visuals are just so good. I also shouldn't forget that there are things I can loot around here. Or maybe not in this version. And then finally, let's see what happens if we place the cult at the end of the line.
The hole had changed into the murder cult's hideout.
Ah. So the thing with inspiration is if you see a black and a white dot, you need to kind of line them up and then it will trigger. Let's make sure we are at the right distance? Question mark. There we go.
This is the ritual to lead you on.
The Fed had witnessed something here that made him run scared. Whether the summoning ritual had been a bona fide supernatural event or the mass psychosis of stark raving lunatics, it didn't change the facts. The cult was messing with things no one should mess with.
The ritual was a vital part of the story, the key to reaching the murder site.
And now we have another plot element collected. Which is nice. So now we need to get back to where we were, to that collapsed tunnel. And then get the hell out of Dodge. Oh, I messed up. I need to go back. I'm just willfully ignoring the shadows. Because to be completely honest, I want to shine my flashlight on all of them.
Story thread. This thread will create something tiny, but it's what the story needed.
Yeah, so no bad things here. Don't ask any questions. It's all gonna be fine. That one's real, for sure. Yeah, I was gonna say, you're carrying a lead pipe, my friend. I can see that.
Come on!
Keep dodging his attacks. Get out of here. 3-hit combo? 3-hit combo. Should actually hit him back after that. Because you also have like a melee. It's not very strong, but you can kind of use it like a counter if you time it right. If you don't time it right, you die. So for the people who are wondering how can a game over screen be scary, you're welcome. Yeah, don't worry, USMC. The wake sections are a lot more weird and abstract. If you look back, I did a part early in the stream because there are 2 playable characters, and one of them is like an FBI investigator who is just investigating murders that are tied to what's happening here. That one is a lot more straightforward. Not to say that it's simple, but the wake side is where they like flex their creative muscles and ask the question, how weird can we get? And the answer is very. If I get into a situation like this IRL in a place like this, I would just off myself to be done with it. To be completely fair, I don't know if that's an option. I don't know the dream logic of this world. And if that would actually work. But if it did, I don't know what I would do. Like, this is stretching the part where someone says, imagine if you were in their shoes. How the hell do you imagine this? Leave me alone, I'm running out of bullets. Let's be... Oh, I was gonna say a bit more conservative with ammo. Misses the last shot. I have 1 bullet left.
The shadows melted away. I was alone. For now.
You two are fake, right? You're not gonna kill me. Oh, thank you. Is there ammo in here? Yeah, again, I didn't start the game from the beginning either, USMC. Yeah. This will probably make the most sense if you just play the game from the beginning. I kind of wanted to showcase gameplay as well, because I feel, again, the start is a slow burn. It's very good, but it's not the most fun thing to show off like during a stream, which is why we're doing this, but I get why the story is weird. What I will tell you is that the cool thing is that before he got here, Alan was a writer who wrote fiction about a detective called Alex Casey, and a lot of the plot points we're using right here and the settings are actually inspired by the books he wrote. So it's very meta. You found another upgrade here. These are actually really nice and sort of easy to come by. Increases damage dealt to enemies in close proximity. Yeah, they're always close. And always a problem. Is there another way around these enemies? The actual enemies, not. Like I said, the ones that are just shadows. Like if we go back out now. Where are you, friendos? Hello? There were like 6 of them a minute ago, and now they're all gone. These guys, they look like they're enemies, but they are actually not. So you can literally just ignore them. However, you of course don't know which one is real and which one is an actual enemy until you like figure out a tell or let them get close. Daniel, again, from what I've played so far, absolutely. But I do want to stress that I think that it's important that, like, story-driven games like this get the ending right. Like, they nail what they're trying to set up. The setup, what I've been playing so far, really good. But I don't know if they stick the landing. But I enjoy the gameplay. I enjoy the fact that it's a bit more open-ended. The puzzles are actually really clever from what I've played so far and really fun to solve. They're like just difficult enough to make you feel smart, but not that hard that you're stuck on them for like 2 hours.
Secret routes. I kept hearing whispers around burn barrels of an underground society of mystic outsiders with hidden knowledge. Typical New York.
But yeah, have you played any of Remedy's previous work? Is the question I would ask if people are like maybe interested in this game. Because Remedy has a very weird style that I ended up loving. Again, I loved Control. I love the story of Alan Wake. I think the main problem is the gameplay. Okay, so now we need to figure out what's real and what's not. You guys are fakers, for sure. If they start teleporting towards you, you're in trouble, but I kind of don't want to wait that long. I do want to take some painkillers. Oh, there you go. So when they start doing that, you're in trouble. so we're gonna get out of trouble now. Which one of you fools was it? It was you. I knew it. Good thing for you, I have bullets again. So you are super screwed. Again, that proximity buff is already doing the work because they are getting close. And I don't like it. We're gonna do... Let's just do a trauma pad actually, because that'll heal us more. Even if you are really bad at logic puzzles, like that's kind of hard to say because I don't know if I would consider myself to be good or bad at logic puzzles. The one thing I will say is that, like, the solution is always pretty close on hand, so it's not like you have to run across half a level. And there's also enough variety that if you're, like, better with, like, interpreting, like, a poem, because there are puzzles based on poems. If you're better at that, there's something for that. If you're better with numbers, there's something for that. So I don't feel like if you get stuck in one puzzle, you get stuck in all of them. Where the hell am I supposed to go again? Well, that's not helpful at all. So there is a safe room here, which is nice. Can we open this door? We can. Stay here, by the way, just listening. I'm good at puzzles, but not in-game. I always struggle. Well, just take your time with them then. Or, you know, maybe by the time you start playing, this guide's already up and you can use those. But I actually had fun figuring these out because they're just the amount of difficult that it makes you that makes it feel rewarding. Because if puzzles are too easy, they're just tedious, right? But they are challenging enough. What's up with the red tint? No, that's just because the lighting in this place is weird. Again, this is a mirror image of reality in the worst way possible. We did find another upgrade. And we want to increase the effectiveness of our health packs. That's the weird Remedy thing. That's just like style over, well, not style over substance, because there's a lot of substance here as well. But they do things because it like contributes to their artistic vision. That I don't know if they have a significance. If they do, it might be very clever. But one other thing I started to notice is that in the FBI scenes, when Saga is with Casey and they drink their coffee, they always do it exactly in sync. I don't know why, but it gives such a, like an ominous vibe. Because you're like, is this real? Because stuff like that doesn't happen in reality. Like, sure, maybe it happens once on accident. But they always drink their coffee exactly in sync. Thanks for joining Lightning Ice Queen. Hope you enjoyed it. And go do what you need to do. Let's see. We have a new plot point that we can apply here.
The new story beat fit the story perfectly.
Okay, so we are going to summon something here. What could possibly go wrong? Let's just do it. Yeah, okay, let's get the hell out. Unfortunately, Alan's had 13 years to learn how to run. And while he doesn't run out of stamina, he's still not that quick. In fact, right now, we would very much like him to be much quicker. Can't hurt me if the lights are on. I think. I hope.
I couldn't hear the dark presence. It was gone.
The red around the screen when you were attacked, I mean. Oh yeah, that's definitely low health indicator. You can see your health in like the bottom right, so I assume it was low then. Oh yeah, that's the way. The train card is gone now, which is off-putting. But thankfully, we are in the clear. And there's a tunnel open now.
The tunnel was open now.
Thank you, Alan. I just said... Actually, just kidding. We're not in the clear. We need to run.
The dark presence. I had seen it before. I remembered now. It was always out there, hunting me.
And now, the nice thing is, because I think I'm gonna wrap the stream up after this. I'm gonna continue to this one final piece of the chapter, because the chapter is nearly done. And if you've been watching since the beginning of the stream, maybe you'll start to see just how weird and also interesting this story is starting to become.
I had found the murder site. Somehow the victim's heart was the key. Something had shifted. I felt an overwhelming closeness to home. An FBI agent? Who are you?
What is this? Who are you?
She can hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI.
This is Alan Wake. I'm trapped here. The dark place. Under Cauldron Lake.
Cauldron Lake. Who are you?
I'm trying to escape. I'm making progress, but I'm in danger. The dark presence. Help me. Please, help me. I could sense it. I was closer to home. Had the woman in the vision helped me somehow? Something had changed. Outside. Parliament Tower. Where I'd lived
I think
with
this is the
Alice.
grittiest looking city since
Was out
Arkham
there.
Knight, and I absolutely love it.
Waiting for me.
The design of New York, or well, Dark World New York, so good. Bum, bum, bum. But yeah, that was of course Alan's perspective of the cutscene we also got at the end of Saga section. When we played that. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna run outside. Because I think that should be able to work I should be able to get there pretty quickly so you can see the city. Because it's not just metro tunnels. Just gonna skip this right here. I mean, you're allowed to make the same joke twice. I would be the last person to judge you for that. But let's see if we can get out.
The station had changed. I was closer now.
Overrider, my right. Right is the key.
Oh yeah, also live action is kind of a big part of Alan's part of the story. It's really well done. You can watch those scenes in your writer's room as well to get like a full view of the television. But yeah, instead of like having Cauldron Lake or Bright Falls, which Saga has, this is like Alan's
Going up to our
explorable area.
Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing?
Which leads
Even
to
then, the
like
murder
different
site
maps
had
as
brought me
well.
one
There's
step
also
closer
a
to escape.
talk show. There's a metro station. So again, there is quite a bit to explore. There's some fun puzzles you can find, and as you could see during the gameplay as well, the power-ups. But I think what this game does best is like deliver a very interesting story so far in a very, very, very creative way. Again, I cannot stress enough how much I love the inclusion of both the writer's room and the mind place, because I feel like they both, like, they make both characters feel different, but they also add each in their own ways to both the story and the way you're experiencing it. Yeah, it feels like a weird game to recommend, because this is definitely not for everyone. But if at any point during the stream you're looking at it and like, I'm interested to see where this goes, do yourself a favor and check it out. Because I've really been enjoying it. I really hadn't expected to enjoy it as much as I did. And yeah, you already know what's going to happen because I'm going to keep playing after the stream as well. Because I want to see where the story goes. I want to know what's happening, goddammit. What would you choose between Resident Evil 4 Remake and this? Oh man, again, I haven't finished this, so I don't want to say anything about that yet. I will say, from what I've played so far, gameplay in RE4 definitely better. Story in Alan Wake has me more intrigued. So both do one side of the coin really well, and the other, they do good, but not as good as the other, I think. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed your first look at Alan Wake 2. And if you're going to be playing it over the weekend as well, hope you enjoyed it. Of course, thank you to the mods for modding. And again, thank you all for showing up. Hope you have a nice weekend. I'll catch you in the next stream.